Welcome back. When you're hunting for the latest AI tools, the AI Agent Store is, well, it's always our first stop. Really essential.
Definitely. It's great for seeing what's out there. But today, we're digging into something maybe a bit less flashy, but super important infrastructure-wise.
Right.
We're looking at Wildcard AI, specifically their open source spec, agents.json.
Okay, agents.json.
Huh?
And this is all about how AI agents talk to APIs, yeah.
Yeah,
Changing how that works.
exactly. It's trying to standardize that whole interaction.
So let's get into that. What was the big problem with the old way agents used APIs? Why do we need something new?
Well, the old way was just clunky. Agents mostly had these fixed prompts, the sort of hard-coded instructions to call an API.
Like a script they had to follow no matter what.
Pretty much. And if the API changed even a little bit, or if the task needed like multiple steps, the whole thing could just fall apart. It wasn't adaptable.
Right. Fragile. So Wildcard AI with agents.json, how does that fix it? What's the core idea?
The core idea is shifting from static instructions to dynamic discovery. It gives agents an open standard, a way to figure out what an API can do on the fly.
Okay, discovery.
Yeah, and then invoke workflows, sometimes complex ones, based on what it actually needs right now, not based on some script written months ago. It's moving towards, well, more genuine autonomy.
And technically, how does it enable that discovery? I saw something about an OpenAPI extension being key.
That's right. It uses an extension within the standard OpenAPI documentation. Think of it like adding a richer layer of metadata.
So more than just listing the functions.
Oh, yeah. It defines the context, what needs to happen before a call, what comes next. It defines entire flows. So the agent understands the sequence, the proper way to use the API for a task.
Okay, so defining flows, not just endpoints.
Yeah.
And does that translate into measurable improvements, better performance?
That's the claim. We're seeing reports of significantly higher reliability, maybe around 75%, for complex tasks. And the big reason is this flow chaining concept.
Flow chain.
Exactly. Because the flows, the multi-step processes are mapped out in the spec, the agent can just execute the chain. It doesn't have to figure out how to connect step A to step B to step C every single time.
Ah, okay. So it's less about making one-off calls and more about orchestrating a whole sequence that's already defined.
You got it. It's much more robust.
And this helps with things like statelessness, making the agents more scalable, and helping the LLM pick the right tool because it actually understands the workflow it enables.
Absolutely. Better tool selection is a big one. And there's the Wildcard Bridge SDK too, which helps developers actually implement this. It cuts down on the boilerplate code needed to connect the LLM to the API via the spec.
Makes sense. So who really needs to be watching this space? Who benefits most directly?
Well, the obvious ones are software developers, especially those building agent infrastructure, API providers, definitely, and AI or ML engineers building the agents themselves.
Right. So for developers, it's about safely letting agents use their APIs. For the AI teams, it's about building agents that can actually do complex stuff by chaining different tools together reliably.
Exactly. Imagine agent booking a whole trip, finding flights, booking a hotel, maybe reserving a car. Flow chaining makes that much more feasible.
And for the API providers, it sounds like this gives them a standard way to make their tools just visible and usable by LLMs almost automatically.
That's a huge part of the appeal. It helps future-proof their APIs in this, rapidly evolving AI landscape. And crucially, it's open source, free to use.
And so free, open source, focusing on standardizing discovery
Yeah.
and enabling these complex chained workflows.
Yeah, that sums it up. It really points towards a more standardized, discoverable, and autonomous ecosystem for how agents use tools. It's a significant shift.
It definitely sounds like it. We really appreciate you breaking that down for us. So here's something for you, the listener, to think about. If API discovery and these complex workflows become standardized like this, how fast does that change what it even means to be an API provider? What does that job look like in a couple of years?
Definitely food for thought. And if you want to see the kinds of agent tools emerging, you can always check out aiagentstore.ai.
Great stuff. Please do rate this discussion if you found it helpful. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.